We hold the power. Sometimes I feel that seeing this coveted stuff over and over and over again ad nauseum, the same types of posts and memes that drive home information we already know, do more harm than good. I think that knowing is good, but repetitively pounding it home until you can't stand to see these posts anymore, has the opposite effect. It keeps COVID alive in your mind and keeps you on that timeline. Look how the news reports news. They report negative events. Why are they doing it? Because you learn about and support these negative events by giving it your attention for the 60 seconds they talk about it. Willingly or not, you're supporting these negative events by giving it your energy. I think that once you know, ignore everything else, because as soon as you know, you're to say, I do not allow this, I do not consent to this, and then you create a scenario that disallows what it is you've seen that you don't agree to. Look at the emojis on Facebook. Everything is a reaction. But there's no reaction that says, I don't allow this, I do not give my consent, is there? They say, I love this, or I'm angry, but there's nothing that says you don't give these events your permission to exist. For myself, I have decided to just pass on new information, not stuff that already confirms what we've long accepted as fact. I know these things have to be circulated to newbies who are just waking up, but for those further down the rabbit hole we don't need to see them, and seeing this stuff might have a reverse effect. For example, you see that false positive tests are still being carried out 8 months after the start of this. They're still doing it. So you put up a wow emoji or an angry emoji and move on. But you've just invested that much energy into their doing it. If you'd stop investing the energy and starve them of energy, then what happens? What happens when you're starved of energy? You die. So does false positive testing. I believe when we become highly conscious of what we pay attention to, we can recreate this world. If what you want to pay attention to doesn't exist, create it. I've manifested enough things in my past to understand that I create my reality. What you give your attention to is important. Don't pay attention to the stuff you don't want. Know that it's there, but don't keep feeding it your energy. This is why the Illuminati, deep state, has always told us what they're doing and what they're planning. Because we are their batteries. We empower their plans. That's why they have to tell us. Stop listening and make your own plans for Earth. Ivo, what say you today? Ivo, if you understood how important this is, your world would be in a completely different situation right now. But it is where it is out of your ignorance. So we put out these messages in order to empower people to change their reality. You are a source of energy. You are connected to all that is. You are on the soul matrix. You derive your energy from the God source. That is what keeps you alive. The dark ones do not. They rely on you to empower their plans. The fact that their plans include killing off many of you does not matter, because they have enough souls trapped to keep their world empowered. They have souls of humans trapped in their containers, and they take the energy from these conscious beings to run this world. They are planning to make Earth their own and to eliminate all but the most evil of bloodlines. They will continue to have Earthlings work for them like you are now, but you will not be paid. You will consider yourselves lucky to be alive. Everything, whether you live or die, will be up to them. You will be a slave if they get their way. They may get their way when you keep fueling their plans. Do not pay any attention to the news. Understand what is going on, and when you see something that you do not support, such as mask wearing, then focus on the concept of a mask-free world. And continue to support that concept. If you are upset there is no published cure for cancer, then focus on introducing a cure for cancer to the world and having it become mainstream. If you do not like the Chinese army in your country, focus on this army being defeated and then sent back home. Understand now that this army is moving abroad, that you must take it from the point that it is now, so you must take it from the point that it is instead of wishing it had never happened. That is folly because it is happening. So to stop it you must change it by focusing on its defeat. If your mother is terminally ill, then in order to revive her, you must focus on health from the point she is at. Wishing she never got sick will not work because she is sick. The reason they make the progress they do with their evil plans for you is because you do not say you will not support it. Unwillingly or not, you support it. You accept it. And you go along with it instead of saying you will not. It is good to see the resistance to the deep state increasing in every country with protests because the mindset of the general public is changing. Continue to focus on a world without lockdowns rather than opposing lockdowns. I think, Ivo, that people were told their imaginations were silly when they were children. If I told people that I go around imagining a life I want, they'd tell me to get real. But they don't understand the power of the mind, and neither did the caregivers who told you imagination is silly. Ivo, correct. My love. Your minds are powerful, and as Earthlings, you are the owners of this planet. You live in a culture where you give your power away and the power of your souls is stolen from you without your realizing it. Now you must take that back. If peace is to reign upon planet Earth, it will be brought forth through the minds of the people. If you are to live in prosperity, it is to be brought forth through the minds of the people. That is why the Galactic Federation releases information about Gesara, and about the Saint Germaine Prosperity Funds. We do so you can invest your minds in these ideas instead of what your controllers want you to invest your mind energies into. That is why we have put very strong light workers on the planet to recreate it. When you believe in the Matrix, you are in fact supporting their evil. When you believe in a new world founded on humanitarianism, you bring that to fruition. What you focus on is very important. What you believe and what you think are very important. You are the part of your soul that your soul created to live upon planet Earth. When you strengthen your connection to soul, your soul can bring its energy to bear upon recreating your Earth. When you do not allow soul contact because you believe in the Matrix, live in the Matrix, and believe that fulfillment is only possible through a job, you are working against your soul and what it has planned for your lifetime. Our messages are all about this. Leave the Matrix, align with soul and allow yourself to change. Use your mind as a sharp focusing tool and focus on what you want, not on what you do not want. Understand that the Matrix has disempowered you personally while stealing the energy of your soul. You are a tool being used by the Matrix to carry out its evil plans such as Agenda 21/Agenda 30. You must use your mind to create a reality that does not include the Matrix. When you do this for yourself, you help all of humanity to awaken. Be very careful what you allow to affect your mind. When you allow people around you who believe in the Matrix and refuse to deal with you at a higher level, do not deal with these people. Let them go. Only deal with people who will listen to you. Yes, this is unfortunate for those who are married to people who are not evolved, however you must find your community and relate to them in order to keep evolving your own mind. Understand what is going on, but focus on what you want to see for this world. Create a benevolent world first with your mind and then watch it manifest in your physical reality. That is the way the universe works. Thank you, Ivo. We were talking about Trump last night, weren't we? Because every time I woke up, I was thinking about Trump. Ivo, we had a large light worker lecture last night on the New Jerusalem and all light workers were present who could attend. The focus was on what to do about the 2020 election results and the significance of this debate. At night time, you are being shown how to use your minds and I remind you during the day. I had the feeling that my subconscious was being filled with information that at some point I'll understand as correct when I come across it in my physical life. Ivo, we load your subconscious minds with information and it is this you are tasked with manifesting in the physical. We tell you what to believe and of course, you concur and agree to do this. However, your physical minds will still fight this information because you are confused at this level. So it's like getting a new lesson at school and we have to absorb it and live it. Ivo, some of you may find that your thoughts will be changing greatly within the next month or so. Thanks Ivo. Ivo, my love, you school with us very often. We are your teachers and you are our teachers. We love you all so dearly, you have no idea how loved you all are. Me, they love you too, Ivo. I find that I'm changing so much that people don't understand me anymore. I set boundaries with them based on who I am as Tianya, not who I was as Sheran. Ivo, yes. You have advanced ideas of what constitutes correct behavior. How you have learned to behave upon earth in the power over others system, disregarding the free will of others and universal law, will have to change.